Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and we are going to break down the Scorpion Drafter 2 pants available at RevZilla.com. So on my left-hand side, I've got high-vis Brian, and he is wearing a pair of the Drafter 2 pants from Scorpion. Now, this is going to be a complement to the Drafter 2 jacket for those of you out there looking for a two-season hot weather option to wear as a full suit. So you're looking at full mesh construction, and the biggest change that we've seen, or really rather the only change that we've seen over the Drafter 1 pants, is they've now added a windproof liner. So as you get into the cooler months, as summer starts to turn into fall, you can throw the windproof liner in there, and it just gives you a little bit of extra protection to get just that extra bit of seasonality out of what was the Drafter 1s, as they have now become the Drafter 2s. So, sizing for this, high-vis Brian on my left-hand side stands at 6 foot, weighs in 195 pounds, has a 35.5-inch waist and a 32-inch inseam. Using Scorpion's size chart, he should be in a large, and you can see the large is going to fit him spot on. So, one color available, and that is the black, and then they're also going to have sizes which range from small up to 3XL. If you're not familiar with Scorpion as a brand, this is a brand that we know at RevZilla because they have a wide variety of different options out there, from touring riders to sport riders. They've got you covered, and really what we're seeing with the Drafter 2 pants, coming in around the $120 price point, this is for you touring riders, you commuting riders, that want protection, you want impact protection, but you also want to be comfortable in those scorching hot months of the year, and that full mesh construction will promote airflow to make sure you're comfortable. And like I said, you can pair this up with either the Drafter 2 jacket or the Influx to give yourself a full suit. Now, if you want to take a step up from this as far as pants are concerned, you can take a look at the tray pants from Scorpion, and those are going to be more of an overpant style, but you're going to step up in waterproof protection, you're going to step up in the armor, they're going to be utilizing Exo-Tec CE level 2 armor at the knees, you're going to get hip armor added to it, so just something else to consider if you want to take a step up from what we're seeing with the Drafter 2s. So let's break down exactly what we have here. So two different types of material are coming into play. You can have a polyester mesh and a 600D polyester that's going to be in your impact zones. So starting with the top, working our way down, you are going to have a Velcro adjuster on either side of the waist to fine-tune fitment, single snap closure at the waist with a YKK zip fly underneath, and then you're going to have dual top-loading pockets. Now, the one thing of note here, there's no closure for the pockets. So I would be very careful about using these pockets for a wallet or a cell phone, especially a cell phone. If you don't have a cover on, it's slippery. It does have a tendency to kind of push out. So pockets are great, but just be careful about what valuables you're keeping inside of there. And then as we work our way down, you're going to see those massive mesh panels on the top of the thighs, minimal branding from Scorpion, a little bit of a Scorpion logo on the top of the right leg, asymmetrical in its design, which I love. I'm a big fan of asymmetry. And then when you get down to the knees, you do have accordion stretch, which just works for added comfort when you are in the riding position. Now the knee armor in this is going to be their Exo-Tec armor, CE level 1. It's a little bit bulkier than what we're seeing with something like Exo-Tec, and it's not going to be height adjustable, so just keep that in mind. When you put the pants on, you want the armor to sit just below your knee when you're standing, and then when you're sitting on the motorcycle, the armor should fit perfectly at your knee. So we get a lot of questions coming in where it's like, oh, well, the armor is sitting too low for me, when I'm standing up, this doesn't fit me right. So always just make sure you sit down in the motorcycle before you figure out where the armor should exactly be. Brian, this is the point where I'm going to have you go ahead and face sideways for me. So as we start with the top, just working our way quickly down, there is no hip armor with this. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to have hip armor with this pant, and you are going to start to see that that 600D polyester pulls its way around where that mesh in the front ends. The one nitpick that I did have here is I would have loved to have seen just a little bit of a stretch material at the back of the knee for added comfort. And then when you get down to the base of the pant, there's a pop of reflectivity and a 12-inch opening. Now, this is not going to be a large enough opening to utilize it as an overpant, so just keep that in mind. The boots have to come off before the pants come on, and you will see that windproof liner that you can use to stretch into the cooler months of the year, and there will be a snap connection there to hold it into place. Brian, go ahead and face backwards for me. So as we take a look at the top of this, there is going to be a belt loop there, but you're going to notice that there's no additional belt loops at the front of the pant. So this is going to be a belt loop, not for a belt, but to really utilize the Drafter 2 jacket or the Influx jacket if you want to use that belt loop connection to hold the jacket into place over top of the pant. Scorpion branding across the top of the seat, and then you are going to have that impact protection coming into play with that 600D polyester in your impact zones. If you do go down in a crash, you have a tendency to slide along your butt, you are going to have that extra layer of protection there as opposed to the mesh. Now, as you work your way clean down the pant, you will see that that mesh begins to pick up at the bottom, which helps to promote airflow, if you are in the rider position. Brian, you may face forward for me. So for those of you riders out there that are looking for a 2-season hot weather option, or if you just are looking for a full suit and you already are looking at the Drafter 2 jacket, this will pair very nicely with that. So there's a lot of riders out there utilizing Scorpion gear on their rides, and if you want more info on what those folks have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting the Scorpion Drafter pants through their paces. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which pants are going to complement your ride the best, give them a shout, 877-792-9455, or simply shoot us an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Scorpion Drafter 2 pants. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.